Hi everyone, it's Sandra the Thrifty Mommy here today, and I'm going to have a little bit of a different video coming at you today. It's going to be about pets, in specifics, English Bulldogs, and having a sort of supply kit, starter kit, what have you. This is mine, and I'm going to kind of go through it with you today and tell you what I have in here and what I'm planning on adding. And then also, if you have suggestions on what you think I should add to my supply kit for my English Bulldog, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your suggestions. Now, this isn't like everything that you need. Obviously, there's more things you need for a dog than just what's in here. But some of the things in here I have are kind of more geared towards that breed of dog, and I'm just going to go ahead and go through them. So I have this little plastic container. We adopted Rocky last month. We have owned an English Bulldog before, so we kind of knew what we were getting into. And on that note, I want to let you know, ever since we have gotten him, and even with our last Bulldog, we constantly heard, oh, I want one of those, or where can I buy one, or where did you find yours? I really want to get one too, etc., etc. First of all, they're very expensive dogs. We did rescue both of our Bulldogs. We haven't bought, but they're in the thousands. But that being said, I really urge you, if you're thinking about getting a Bulldog, an English Bulldog, I don't know about American Bulldogs, I've never owned one, so I don't know much about that breed, but if you're thinking about getting an English Bulldog, it's a really, really good decision to research it before you go and pick up a dog from the pound or anything like that. And that kind of goes for all breeds, but really English Bulldogs have very specific needs, and I will address some of those as I go through this box. Anyway, here's what the inside of his box looks like. I'm just gonna here we go, we'll go right through it. So we have toothpaste. It's a good idea. Any dog you have to buy toothpaste and a toothbrush and whatever, it can lead to heart problems and obviously oral problems, and they're just like anybody else's teeth. Yours, mine, our kids, they can get gingivitis, gum disease, tartar buildup, you name it, and it's just not good for their health. So toothbrush and toothpaste is always, always, always a good idea. A lot of them will come with this little finger brush. If you have a puppy, it's good to start with this or whatever. So if you don't have a dog that has ever had its teeth brushed before, and I am not so sure that Rocky ever has, he's 4 years old, by the way. What's a good idea is put a little toothpaste on there or on the brush, and then just let them lick it to get used to it. Let them kind of nibble on the brush a little bit to get used to it, all that kind of stuff. Then start trying to introduce brushing their teeth at the same time every day. And eventually they'll kind of come to expect, like, it's time to get my teeth brushed. So we have toothbrush and toothpaste. Then when we got him, he did have a URI and kennel cough, and they got him right away on some antibiotics. So he's on antibiotics. It's not something you need to have in your starter kit or your Bulldog supply kit. But if they do start having any sort of infection, some common ones to look out for are in the pads of their feet, which he does have an infection starting in the pads of their feet, in their skin folds around their eyes, their nose, their tail, all that kind of stuff. Really keep an eye on it, and if you do see a sign of infection, it's a really good idea to get them to the vet right away before it gets out of control. Along with that, these are what I have. Now for the folds, they have folds around their face, like I said, eye folds and their nose. They have these super cute folds and rolls, and they're squishy and so adorable, but along with that adorableness comes the possibility of trapping bacteria and other things that aren't good, and they can cause skin infections that turn really nasty really quickly. So you can clean your Bulldog's creases with just clean washcloth or a baby wipe, like an unscented baby wipe, which is what we had been doing because I've been waiting for this to come in the mail. But what I would suggest is getting a antiseptic wipe. Okay, so this one's duoxochlorhexidine. It's 3%. You can get them, I'm not sure you can even see it. There you go. You can get these through your vet, but I would just suggest ordering them online from a pet supply store because they're gonna be a lot cheaper that way. So we have those. And that's a once a day thing, every single day. We do it during the daytime, cleaning his stuff, or twice a day even. Then I also had some coconut oil. Now, a lot of you moms in my mommy community that normally watch me know a lot of uses for coconut oil, from your kids to yourself to cooking to just coconut oil has got to be in a lot of people's houses. But if you have a bulldog, it's a good idea to have some coconut oil. What I use it for is I put a little on his nose and a little on the pads of his feet, just to keep them from cracking and all that kind of stuff. You can put it in the creases to prevent buildup or to prevent an infection from starting. I have heard you could put it in their food and it helps from the inside out with their coat and their skin issues that bulldogs are known to be prone to. I have not done that. Because he is a rescue dog, we are working on transferring him to some higher quality food, and until he's fully transitioned into that food, I don't want to add anything into his diet. So eventually I will most likely be adding coconut oil into his diet as well. So we have a little bit of coconut oil there. And then along with the skin, they can get tear stains just like a lot of dogs can. I have some tear stain remover that I picked up from Petco. It hasn't done a bit of good, but I have it. I also keep a little syringe, which I don't have in here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I want to add it. But I do have a little syringe for cleaning his eyes and stuff. He'll let me do it now, but I just squirt some water down the fold, like not into his eye, but down the fold to rinse out the cleaners, like if I'm doing the tear treatment or whatever, just to make sure that there is nothing remaining in the folds that can cause problems. I have some treats. Most dogs like treats. Any bulldog I've ever had or been around really loves treats. He's right here begging for a treat already. But because of that, and my son thinks it's fun to feed him, he could feed him an entire bag in one sitting, and that's not good because we don't want an overweight bulldog. Bulldogs tend to be larger looking, so you might get the comment of, oh, he's so fat, he's overweight, which isn't necessarily the case. Mine is not. Mine's a really healthy weight, but they can become overweight very, very quickly. And if you've ever seen an overweight bulldog, it's really kind of a sad thing to see, since they have breathing issues to begin with. Now, they're also prone to joint problems. He has a owie hip. So we got him on this, but even if he didn't have any problem at all with his hips, I would still suggest getting them on a joint health supplement. So he's on Dosequin. It's just a joint health supplement. So it's these soft chews, so it's more like a little treat for him instead of like a pill or anything, or a hard tablet that he needs to eat. It's just, he gets 2 a day until this bag's gone, then he'll be on 1 a day once it's good and in his system. But But like I said, they're really, really prone to joint problems, so that's a good idea to have. We're also working on getting him a ramp because he really, really loves our bed, and he wants to sleep in there all the time, but he wants to jump in and out of it, and that's not good for him either. So we're working on getting him the ramp to get him in and out of bed safely without causing further damage to his hips. So that's kind of the gist of what I have in here so far. I also ordered him a medicated shampoo because he does have a little infection starting in his pad of his foot, or like between the pads, like in that crease of his paw. And I just want to get that taken care of right away. So even if your dog does not have an infection, I would highly suggest getting a medicated shampoo just to have on hand, just in case, because you don't want to have to wait forever for it to come in the mail, like me. So anyway, guys, that's it. I hope you find this useful. And like I said, if you have suggestions on things I should add to my box, please let me know and I will look into it. All right, guys, I will talk to you next time. Bye.